In one of my previous videos, I had 10 things that you could do to make you faster. That video was more geared towards sub 30, sub 40, somewhere around there. This video is geared towards sub 20, 15, maybe even sub 10. So we're going to dive into these top 5 things you can do that will guaranteed make you go faster. Number 1, one-hand solving. This is the GU way. It's my one-hand main, and for one hand, I just solve it with one hand like this. So, in order to get faster, one way you can actually do it is by doing more one-hand solves. If you don't do this already, then you should start doing it way more often. It will for sure improve your times. Whenever I'm having a hard time trying to get faster, I just pick this cube up, start doing one hands for a little while. Start doing one-hand solves for a little while, and I don't want to make my hands sore though, but when I come back to the cube, I'll tend to have faster times, but when I just practice this more often, like multiple days in a row without doing two hands, the next time I come back to the cube, the next few averages are a lot faster, or at least a little bit faster than before. So soon I will come out with a one-hand tutorial, but if you already know how to solve it one-handed, you should for sure do that more often. That will definitely improve your time. Number 2, learning more algorithms. For at least OLL, some people do 2-look OLL, and to be honest, I do a little bit. I know a lot of algorithms, but there's a few cases I don't know. So I am trying to learn more of those so I can get faster at OLL. Because if you get faster at something, of course your time overall will become faster. So instead of doing a 2-look OLL and immediately going to that and then solving it like this, if you just knew this algorithm, you know it'd go like this. Here's the difference in that. And then here's when you actually know the algorithm. So that right there is already quite a bit of time you've shaved off. And then immediately after that, if you have a G-perm, some people will do a U-perm and then an A-perm because that's what G-perm is put together. But if you know the algorithm, then just do it. But if you don't know the algorithm, then you want to learn these algorithms so that you can do it faster. So here's the difference whenever you know the algorithm and when you don't. So you can see the difference. So whenever you learn more algorithms, it will definitely make your times faster. Of course, learning algorithms right away, when you do them, it will take some time to get used to them and practice them. But once you get down with them and you know how to do them quickly and you recognize them quickly, you want to keep doing that because that will improve your time. 3. This is probably the most important one that will for sure improve your time. Look ahead. If you don't know what look ahead is, let's say I inspect the cross and then I do it when I solve it. And then let's say while I'm doing that, I notice a pair. So like if I notice these two or these two, I could notice multiple ones, but these two, I'll do these. So if I do this pair like that, while I'm doing that pair, I can notice these two. And then I'll show you like I see these two already when I'm doing that. So I can actually do a special trick here, and we'll get to this. We'll get to a point somewhat like this later in the video, but we could look ahead to these two like that, and then right now you can actually look ahead into OLL. And then if you do 2-look, you do 2-look. If you don't do 2-look and you just know OLL, then of course do it. And then it'd be harder to look from PLL to OLL, but we'll talk about more of that later in the video. So how exactly do you improve your time on look ahead? So when you're solving, you want no pauses hardly at all. You want to keep going the whole time. You don't want any pauses at all. Like if you're doing this, that you are not doing look ahead, even if you're trying, but because it will actually take some work on look ahead. So whenever you start recognizing things and you can get it down, you want to keep practicing this even when you do get better at it, because the more you practice it, the better you will get. Number 4, predicting. So what I mean by predicting is whenever we're doing look ahead, like let's say we're doing an OLL case going into a PLL case. So here I have an OLL, and by seeing these colors while I'm doing this, I can immediately already recognize that from experience, because I've done this enough times, I can already tell that I'm going to get a J-perm in the back. And there it is. And then before I finish solving that, I can immediately know that in my head, and then just before I stop and look just to make sure, I'm not even gonna check and make sure I'm right. I'm gonna just immediately dive right into it. So if you're looking at the cube more and you see, even if you are solving slower just to see what'll happen during things that seem to come up a lot, then you will easily recognize those cases more, and then you could go and it'll make your look ahead to go a lot faster and a lot easier, which will improve your time. The final thing is to watch more of my YouTube channel. The final thing, number 5, is actually experimenting with the cube. I used to do this all the time, and I still do. I experiment the cube and see what happens when I do certain algorithms. Like, I've even made my own algorithms. Those were just 2 examples of my own algorithms that I have experimented with because I know why they work, because I've experimented with the cube before. So when I experiment the cube, I can understand it better and predict. That makes me better at predicting what's going to happen next, which makes me better at look ahead, which makes me faster. So you want to experiment with the cube if you don't already. I don't know how much some people do, but I do it all the time, and I'm always experimenting, see what will happen when I do this and that. That's also why I can make my own algorithms, like I said, because I know how they work. And so I have a better understanding of the cube, and so I have a better prediction and look ahead. So those are the 5 things that I really hoped helped you. If they didn't, you must just be a pro. So thank you for watching, and I really hope this helped. If it helped, make sure to show it to someone else that you also want to help. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.